forgotten town nestled deep in the woods, there stood an abandoned house at the end of an overgrown road. Its walls were gray with age, its windows shattered, and its roof sagged under years of neglect. But the most peculiar feature of the house was its door, a bright, blood-red slab of wood that seemed untouched by time. The house was known as the Reddington House, but most locals simply called it the Red Door. Legends surrounded it, whispering of curses and disappearances. Some claimed the house was a portal to another realm. Others said it was the home of unspeakable evil. Nobody dared to approach it, until a group of friends decided to test the legend one chilly October night. Mara, Ethan, Lisa, and Jake were college students home for fall break. They were thrill seekers, always chasing the next adrenaline rush. When they heard about the Red Door, they couldn't resist. Armed with flashlights and a camera, they ventured into the woods under a crescent moon, the cool air biting at their skin. The house loomed before them, more menacing in person. The Red Door almost glowed in the darkness, as if inviting them in. "We'll just take a few pictures and leave," Mara said, trying to sound brave. Jake pushed the door. It creaked open with surprising ease, revealing a dark hallway that smelled of mildew and rot. The air inside was heavy, oppressive, as if the house itself was breathing. The group stepped inside, their footsteps echoing on the wooden floor. The flashlight beams danced across peeling wallpaper and broken furniture. A staircase led to the second floor, and a narrow hallway disappeared into shadows. "Let's split up," Jake suggested. "Are you serious?" Lisa snapped. "Have you seen a horror movie?" Ethan laughed nervously. "Relax. We'll be fine. It's just an old house." Reluctantly, they paired off, Mara with Jake, Lisa with Ethan, and explored separate parts of the house. Mara and Jake headed upstairs. The steps groaned under their weight, and the air grew colder with every step. They found a room at the end of the hall, its door slightly ajar. Inside, they discovered a dusty crib, a shattered mirror, and faded drawings on the walls. One drawing, however, was fresh. A stick figure standing before a red door. "Creepy," Jake muttered, snapping a photo. Downstairs, Lisa and Ethan found the kitchen. Broken plates littered the floor, and the fridge hung open, its interior black with mold. On the table lay a notebook, its pages filled with frantic handwriting. "He watched through the door. He sees everything. Don't let him in," Ethan read aloud. "What does that mean?" Lisa asked, her voice trembling. Before Ethan could answer, the sound of footsteps echoed from the hallway. "Jake? Mara?" Ethan called out. No response. The footsteps grew louder, heavier. Upstairs, Mara and Jake froze as they heard a faint laugh. Childlike, yet distorted. The air grew colder, and the door to the room slammed shut. "Jake?" Mara screamed, pulling at the door, but it wouldn't budge. "I don't like this," Jake said, shining his flashlight around. The beam landed on the shattered mirror. A face stared back at them. Not their own, but a pale, gaunt figure with hollow eyes and a twisted smile. Downstairs, Lisa and Ethan bolted from the kitchen, their flashlights flickering. The house seemed to shift around them, the hallway stretching endlessly. "Where's the door?" Lisa cried, spinning in circles. Ethan grabbed her arm. "We need to find the others." They ran up the stairs, but the staircase seemed to spiral, leading them to unfamiliar hallways. Doors lined the walls, each painted red. Mara and Jake, still trapped, heard a deep, guttural voice whispering their names. The crib in the corner began to rock on its own, and the stick figure on the wall seemed to move, its drawn head tilting toward them. "Let us out!" Mara screamed, pounding on the door. Lisa and Ethan finally found the room, but when they opened the door, it was empty. No Mara, no Jake, only the rocking crib and the stick figure drawing, now depicting 4 figures instead of 1. "They're gone," Lisa whispered, tears streaming down her face. The red door slammed shut behind them. The last thing anyone heard from the Reddington house that night was a scream, sharp, piercing, and impossibly long. The next morning, the house stood silent. The red door was closed and no trace of the four friends was ever found. Locals say if you stand near the house at night, you can hear faint whispers and laughter coming from behind the door. Some swear the stick figure drawings in the house now show 5 figures, but no one dares to open the red door again.